So I'm back, and today we're going to take a look at the Transformers Studio Series Starscream. So here he is in his jet mode. Now I did get this guy in robot mode, and I transformed him over to jet mode. That was quite a while ago. I didn't think it was going to take this long to get to this review, but it did. So I might fumble through it getting through still, even though I've kind of played with it once. But yeah, here he is in his jet mode. As you can see here, he's got some landing gear, so you can fold those up and out of the way if you choose. Let's see here. And he does have this little missile pod here that you can untab if you don't want it there. And it's got a 5mm port, so you can plug it in here, or here, or here. Kind of wherever you need to. But as far as the jet mode goes, you know, that is definitely F-22 Raptor. That is really good looking. A lot of people complain about the paint, you know, not having enough paint on it. But, I mean, if you look at it, you know, it's this gray plastic, this plastic here. So all of this is painted on. All of this is painted on. You see like it's airbrushed or something. You got all the white here, the Decepticon logo is all tampoed on. You know, we'll go into bot mode when we get there, but this thing's got a ton of paint. I think it looks great. Now, there is another version coming out from what I understand, and that's going to be the Revenge of the Fallen one with the Decepticon tattoos all over it. And I'll probably get that too. Alright, so let's see. I think that's really all there is to it, so let's try and get him transformed. I don't know where the instructions are, so we're just going to be winging it. So pull those up, out. So I can come up. Alright, we're kind of making a mess here. That's what we want to do. So there's the robot legs, I know that. So fold the feet down. And the wheels can kind of double as heel spurs. One of those, I think they just recycled this piece. I don't know if it's just on mine or if it's on all, but it's like that's kind of a disappointment. I hate when things do that, where it's just like it's the same molded piece and they just use it twice. Alright, and then let's see here. Here's the arms. So let's see, fold that up. Fold the arm out. Kind of got a mess going here. I want to say this goes out. Yeah, there we go. So pull these out like that. Alright, now we have an exploded jet. So what we'll do, fold this down like that. That'll fold up. These will fold up. And these come out of the sides here. And then we can okay, so that doesn't really lock in. Alright, so it looks like there's a tab here. Just going to plug into that slot there. So let's just line this up and tab it in. And tab it in. Alright. Head up a little bit and then tab here and here, plug in the slot there and there. frictions up there. That doesn't really lock in. That's kind of a bummer, but not a deal breaker. Pull out the hands. Pull out the hands. And there you go. Now, the overall look, of course, is, you know, that Bay former style. So if you're not into that look, you're not going to be into this figure. I mean, he's the full on, you know, backwards knees and all that stuff. Although, even though logistically, giant robots like this would need the backwards knees to keep better balance, but you know, whatever. So yeah, and then we could take the gun here, and this will, I believe we fold this up like that, and then we can plug this in, and that way it looks like his hand has become the rocket launcher. Posability wise, his head is on a swivel, and it does hinge up a little bit, but not much. Shoulder is on a swivel here, and then there is a hinge here where it connects to the body, another hinge here where it connects to the arm, bicep swivel, hinge for the elbow, another hinge for the elbow, so you get the full range. Ball jointed hand with a wrist hinge as well, so you get the swivel, the in, out, up and down, pretty much everything you need out of the hand. Nothing that weighs due to the transformation, that makes sense. You got a soft ratcheted hip up and down, more like just indents really, and then a swivel in and out, that's just friction. Hinge here, swivel here, hinge here, and then the foot does have a toe tilt. So yeah, pretty well posable. Yeah, I mean, it's good. It's a really good version of the movie Starscream. I think it's probably the best outside of the Masterpiece one, or it wasn't Masterpiece. It was the Leader Class one. That was later repurposed as a Masterpiece version of him. But that one is far superior to this. But at the same time, you know, I mean, of course it's going to be, it's a Leader Class, it's a lot bigger, and at the time it had a lot more engineering put into it. All in all, looked a lot better. But for what this is, I will say it's pretty good. I'll just plug that in right there, so it's like a booster. Obviously, again, you know, aesthetic-wise, he's definitely a Bay version of Starscream, so it kind of looks like a hot mess. You know, you take a jet and you smash it up into the ground, and you twist out some little spindly arms and little spindly legs, and that's what you get. Or a gray Dorito, as some people called him. So, for his price point, for what he's going for, paint-wise, you know, he's got the red eyes, gold accents here and there, silver or gunmetal accents, so like mouth and cheeks here, and there's more of that gray there, more of the gray here, and on the bottom of his arms. I mean, this guy has got some good paint going on for him. He's a pretty well painted figure for, you know, a Hasbro release. So I will say, you know, he's good. He's not great. Well, no, you know, I don't know what I'm saying. What I would say is that he is great for what he is, if you like the aesthetics of the Bay films. If you don't like it, you're not going to like it. I mean, you just won't, so stay away from these things. But if you do like it, or you're okay with it like I am, I'm okay with it, but I did enjoy the first 3 movies, so I'm full on in on this series for the first, for anything from the first 3 movies. I'm totally down with that. Scale-wise, here he is with the deluxe, and the Voyager Optimus. So, and I think that's about right, because I do believe he was taller than Optimus in Revenge of the Fallen when they fought. Him and Blackout and Megatron were all bigger than Optimus, but he still fought all three of them, which was cool. So yeah, I mean, I'll say, you know, he's good. I like him. I'm gonna give him a. I'll give this one a 10. You know, my only issues with it are just the way it looks because of it being a Bay film. And, you know, it doesn't really look like Starscream, which is going to be bizarre if that is Starscream in the Bumblebee movie coming up. Because he doesn't look anything like this. And he looks more like the G1, which is like head scratcher. Like, why would you make it look like G1 and not like the rest of your canon? So, anyway, so yeah, there's the Starscream. I think he's great. If you're in for the Bay, you know, versus Bay series collection, definitely get this one. This is the best non-leader class Starscream we're gonna get, flat out. Best Voyager. I know he had a couple deluxes that were, but yeah, this one's pretty good. So yeah, I do recommend it.